Good evening, Central. Pastor Ben here, sharing tonight's devotion. For the last 2 weeks, I've been joining something called F3, as I was invited by Matt Beaver. F3 is a organization that's nationwide, but has a local arm and branch here in St. Louis, and it's starting to grow in different areas. But it does have a meeting place, especially in Shaw Park, which I kind of join. And there's three things that F3 is focused on. It's faith, fitness, and fellowship. And for myself in this pandemic, I know that me and Annie have talked a lot about how we want to maintain good health for our bodies. So we try to do right by eating in, kind of cooking in, and especially healthier foods, and set that model for our kids. And then also take walks with our kids and bike rides and exercise with our kids. But for me, I know that there are things that happen when just I get emotionally unsettled. And there are things that definitely cause that, especially in the current climate of our nation, kind of different things that go on in life that just bring about just emotional eating for me, as well as a unmotivation to get going and working out and taking care of this body that God's given me. So one of the challenges was to even get to going to one of these meetings for F3. And God was reminding in Hebrews 10:25, don't give up on meeting with one another. So especially with the fear of corona and different things that are going on in our community, I was rested assured that they do a lot of social distancing, as well as just having that protocol that it's outdoors. So there was no more excuse on why not to go. So they do meet in the morning, usually very early. So when I finally got myself out of bed to go to a 5:30 a.m. workout, I know that, again, I just had to conquer those excuses and ask God to just really lead me to see the motivation of why I wanted to do this. And when I was there with a bunch of men, they were leading a warm-up, and that warm-up was strenuous and hard. And for me, I think I would have been done if it was alone, just the warm-up itself. But then seeing a bunch of men there and just the encouragement that everyone had for each other to press on and continue, there was just a sense of, yeah, just keep going, press on. And with that, I finished my first workout with them. And again, just seeing the necessity of these three aspects of faith, fitness, and fellowship just continued to move me to continue to go and continue to see how God was teaching me in this, because it reminded me not just of a physical aspect, and this is a faith-based organization, so it brings in a lot of faith as well as fellowship with men. But the physical body also, how much more important is also our spiritual bodies and our spiritual minds and our spiritual hearts. And 1 Corinthians 9:25, Paul is comparing us to the ways that we run a race. The physical aspects move into the spiritual realm. So everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training, but not everyone wins a prize. So we take that training and know that it's important, because he compares it to a race. But that race for us is not just a physical one, because he gives that illustration for them, but it's also one that's enduring for our spiritual walks, and how he's not a man aimlessly beating the air, but he has a purpose for why he's running this race with God. And for us, we need that reminder, right? The reminder that we need to focus on our walks with him and persevere. And there's a special thing about the one another, because again, that fellowship aspect in F3, I love that I had the challenge together with others. And for us, we really want that connectedness together in community at Central here. So we want to do it one another. And in the Bible, especially in the New Testament, there's 59 mentions of one another. And just quick lessons that I've learned through my time with F3, as well as what I hope that we can do here at Central for our spiritual walks, is first challenge and exhort each other. We see that in Hebrews, especially in Hebrews 10:24, just the aspect to strengthen one another and to challenge each other and to walk along this and see how we can help each other in our journeys, and also to keep each other accountable. We see that in Ephesians 5:21, submit to one another in reverence to Christ, and the ways that we keep each other accountable to our walks. And just seeing the other men there, I didn't want to quit, because I knew that they were there for me, helping me, encourage me, and they were there in the morning to work out, and just that accountability of walking together I see that in our spiritual realms as well, and I'm so thankful for some of the community groups that I get connected to, or as well as our offerings for kind of Bible study in Equip You, or as well as our just the aspects of men's groups or women's groups. Seeing that I've been able to teach the Tuesday morning women's Bible study, I see the great fellowship they have, as well as Thursday nights I'm joined with the authentic manhood Bible study, and it's just a great time of fellowship, especially in the ways that we need that for each other. And lastly, what things that I've really been impressed by is just the aspect of leaders. Leaders that don't outpace you, and leaders that walk alongside you and encourage you and model it for you. I've seen that at F3, especially in the ways that they don't leave any person behind, as well as they walk at your pace, or they go with you and they talk with you and they just challenge you and really are mindful of where you're at and just trying to bring you along that journey rather than outpacing you. So that's something I hope that we strive for at Central, especially as you see us leaders on staff, as well as our elders that are shepherds. Each one of us wants to walk that journey with you and not outpace you, but really encourage and be right there with you, and then model it for everyone as well. Just a desire to do these things that focus on God as well as each other, and just really see where God leads us. So God bless you guys, and I hope that we will persevere and we continue to seek after the things that God wants for us, especially in fellowship and community and the ways that we want to connect. So if you have any other questions about that, please don't hesitate to contact me or anyone else on staff, as we would love to connect you with different aspects of our community. Well, God bless you guys, and continue on.